Okay, we're going to simplify complex fractions, and they're fractions that have a fraction inside of a fraction. There's a couple ways to do this. The method that I'm going to show you is going to use the least common denominator. So we're going to look at the fractions here on the bottom, and notice that we've got two denominators here, a 4 and a 2. So the first thing you're going to do is determine the least common denominator of the denominators. The top number, 4, is not a fraction. It's a whole number. Okay, and in this instance, what is that? What is the least common denominator between 4 and 2? It's going to be 4. Okay, so we're going to multiply the entire fraction by the LCD divided by the LCD. The value of this, then, recall, has a numerical value of 1. Okay, so the significance of that is to be able to multiply everything by 1 because it doesn't change the value of anything you're working with. And you might think about these as 2 over 1. Okay, so the fractions of the LCD, which is, oh, not 2. It is not 2, but we said it was 4. All right, so then we're going to multiply everything by that. So 4 times 4 is 16. And on the bottom, you have to take both fractions and distribute every fraction by 4. So 3/4 times 4 minus 3/2 times 4. And we're going to simplify that down. 3/4 times 4 is going to eliminate that, leaving a 3 in the bottom. And 3/2 times 4 simplifies that 4 down to a 2. And what's 3 times 2? 6. Okay, so then we're going to break our fraction down. What's 3 minus 6? -3. So the goal is to write this as a single fraction where the numerator and the denominator are integers and not still remaining as fractions. How I write this doesn't matter if I put the negative there. Most commonly, you might see it out in front, or you might see it in the numerator like that. Okay, so next one. Oh, do you need to see that? What? 2. All right, so this one, we're going to determine the LCD. Okay, and we're going to multiply the entire fraction by that. All right, so we have 3 denominators in this one. We have a 5, a 25, and a 16. So what would be the least common denominator out of those 3 numbers? The 100 takes care of the 25, but it doesn't take care of the 16. You said 400?
Yeah.
Okay, and again, remember you can write that as 400 over 1 to help a little bit. All right, on the top, the 5 takes the 400 down to a what? $400 divided by 5 is? That would be divided by 2.
80.
It's going to be 80. So I'm going to take 4 times 80, which is 320, over, and now I've got to multiply 400 times both of those. So I'm going to write it beside those to help a little bit. 400 has how many quarters in it? $4. 400 divided by 25, how many quarters? 16 times 2 is 32. And let me guess, 16 divided by 400 is probably 25. Times 5 is 125. Okay, the numerator simplify. 32 minus 125 is negative what? I think it's 93. Okay, can we simplify this and break it down anymore? Nope, so we're going to be done with that. Questions on that one? Okay, next example, I want to throw some variables into this. Let's do 9 over x plus 2 over 3x. Okay, we're not going to change anything that we're doing here. We still have two denominators in this instance. The numerator is not a fraction, so we don't have to worry about the 9, but we need to worry about the x and 3x. So what's the common denominator between x and 3x? 3x. Okay, so we're going to put 3x over 1, 3x over 1. So 9 times 3x gives me 27x in the numerator. In the denominator, I'm going to take each of these by 3x. So on the first one, the x eliminates, leaving 27. On the second one, the 3x is completely gone. So we're going to have plus 2 for that one. So cleaning up the denominator, 27x over 29 is your end result in that one. Questions on simplifying complex fractions? Okay.